wasn't aware of the exchange between Representative Greenfield and her husband, but the fact that they've brought Drew up in a discussion about adult adoption makes me scratch my head. Are you 18 yet? Well, I'm Brock Greenfield, and I'm the senator from District 2. My hometown is Clark, and this is now my 19th year in the legislature. For those who haven't been here before, I too would like to welcome Leadership Aberdeen and everybody else who is here. I'd like to thank our sponsors and our moderators and our timekeepers and everybody who helps to make this event a go. This is very successful. Historically has been. There are those weekends when it is very inclement and yet people still show up. So I figured that we'd have a very nice crowd today, given that it's a lot nicer than it is some wintry weekends. We have been busy, and I just want to tell my cohorts up here how much I appreciate them for all the work that they do. And you know, I've been on the phone with a couple different legislators today talking through some issues. Our time on the weekend is generally busy, and we don't allow ourselves much time to rest because we have to do so. You know, we have to cram so much work into such a short time. So we're trying to discuss strategies and whatnot, and I was trying to help a friend of mine from down in the Brookings area with one of his bills and how to properly put together some of his testimony and whatnot. Anyway, as has been mentioned a couple times, Senate Bill 47 was passed into law, it signed into law. It was really a fast track type bill. I mean, I didn't have any idea that it would go through in the fashion that it did. And last week we were talking about the differences between 47 and 38, and I know I was accused of taking 6 minutes to not answer the question. I thought I tried to do that, but every so often some of my friends point me to different blog posts and whatnot. So I guess the difference now is that Senate Bill 47 is the law and Senate Bill 38 awaits a hearing. And Senate Bill 47, as has been said, is the one that allows for concealed carry without a permit. In reality, most people will still get the permits because it will be required as they traverse the country. Some states recognize different permits, and I've mentioned that. One of my friends has said that in a lot of states where permitless carry has been passed, actually permit sales have gone up. And I don't know, I haven't looked that up, but he did share with me a little anecdotal evidence as to why that is. So we will see what happens with respect to those numbers, but I'm very thankful for those people who have ever been in a situation in which they're stopped and they don't have their permit, it has expired recently or something like that. This will cover them. This will take care of them as long as they're law-abiding citizens who can own a firearm. I also wanted to touch on an issue that was brought up last week, because what I saw in a screenshot that was shared with me by a friend really needs to be answered. On South Dakota's Reddit page, a clip of our, are you going to give me the 1 minute already? Okay. There was a clip of our Cracker Barrel last week, and it said South Dakota legislators defend nepotism, and then the comments that followed in just that little screenshot were very unflattering, and obscene in fact. I just wanted to share with the River Rat and Raynor, with X's on each side, aka Sufu Dog, that had bipartisan opposition. It was killed 9-0, so it wasn't just a GOP thing. Everybody agreed that the bill was not a good bill, and it was summarily dismissed. I also wanted to touch on a couple of things, and I guess we'll have time, obviously, as you ask your questions to get to the bottom of some of this, but you know, last week I brought a bill forward, and I was bringing it on behalf of some constituents. I had been approached by the Department of Public Safety, and I knew they had some concerns, and so I tried to drill down on what the concerns were and alleviate some of them. And I learned that I had a lot to learn. It was an issue that I was pretty well versed in, but had a lot more to learn. And in the intervening hours I have, and I think that I'm prepared now to proceed, but I guess it was just a lesson for me, even though I've been around for a long time. This is a continual learning process, and I'm very much a student of the game, as they say, and I have a lot to learn, and I'll fully acknowledge that. We can't be experts on everything. We do our best. We do our best to educate ourselves in as rapid a fashion as possible, but it's events like this that are so important, and I want you to know how much I appreciate you being here and the questions that you'll ask. Thank you.